Xanadu, period. Debate over.
We got J-Fid. We win.
Exactly.
100%. And now, starting on PS2, 2 zoners. But I expect a very powerful match between these two. Like, these two know how to throw some hands, like we're seeing right now. These two know when to get into each other's faces, know when to throw some projectiles at each other, know when to cause some problems.
I mean, we just saw Courage make a phenomenal comeback against VW Static's Pikachu.
Yeah.
So this is a player who is out here to game.
The patience and the knowledge that Courage brings to the table, like he knows his character in and out. He just knows it, everything. I don't know how he managed to pull off so crazy stuff, and SX kind of needs to get himself on the board here.
Yeah, he still has not been able to land a single counter punch, but there we go. Getting a little bit of percent, trying to get this edge trapping up and running.
And now, yeah, get that ledge trap. It looks like Can survives through the down B there. And get up attack actually taking damage from the Can. This is where SX just got to comment against, just got to watch Courage. So maybe he has some of that data on hand. Like he saw what he was doing, and hopefully he gets a better idea of like, how do I avoid this stuff with my tools? Where to Pikachu?
Right now, Courage putting out as many hurt boxes as possible. These projectiles, because they count as items, they can absorb that charge shot.
Yeah, a little bit tricky coming out from the Duck Hunt, and SX is just kind of struggling to find some traction here.
It feels like Courage is he's the one putting up the wall. SAX is struggling to find a way in or a way to just like break up the pattern that Courage is trying to do. Because he's really varying between Sheriff, between Ken, and between the Clay Pigeon. He's varying his options very well. Now we're starting to see a few of those homing and power missiles come through though.
Yeah, see, this is SX testing the waters. He's like, okay, well, how do I get through this stuff? How do I create pressure when I can't do it otherwise? Because like my scrapping wasn't really working. And I mean, you got to remember, oh, is this best of 3 or best of 5?
This is best of 5.
Okay, just making sure. But just still, I mean, SX, he has the time, he has the games to really kind of test the waters.
True, and we're already seeing just like the slow pace here start to favor SAX. Courage had that good lead at the start where he basically went in, got a ton of damage, but SAX at range is showing that he may very well have the stronger camp game and be able to dish out more percent.
Yeah, just, okay, I like how Courage doesn't even attempt to like snuff out his landing. I'm like, I'm just going to be over here now. I'm going to go back to my corner if you need
I'm going to set up my wall.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want over there. It doesn't involve me.
Enjoy that side of the stage. I'm going to enjoy this side of the stage, actually.
Social distancing on Stadium. I mean, this is
more real than that, man.
Very timely. Those fans don't look like social distancing, though. They could learn a thing or two from these two players.
Yeah, look at them all there. They're actually cheering. Actually, really, yeah, they're all kind of like jumping around cheering. They really love zoners, actually, in Pokemon Stadium, which is crazy. But also crazy up throw kills at 130. Full rage on that Samus makes sense.
Yeah, SAX just doesn't really feel like he needs to press at all in these situations. He can go ahead and play this game, and if he just gets that one grab read, then hey, that'll work for him. Courage, like, Can's not going to kill until like 190.
And the testament to that is, like, we're almost 3 minutes into this game, and that first stock was just
taken. So the clock could very well be a factor.
Speaking of clock, 4 minutes, 2 stocks each, running that 4 glory special.
Oh, good God. The people that play with that rule set. Degenerates, all of them.
Criminals, in fact. And SX just like, Courage is shimmying, and SX is like slowly approaching, slowly lurking forward with that Dark Samus glower.
Also, can we appreciate the Daggett tag? Angry Beavers?
I'm young.
I'm assuming so. Come on.
I'm
that young?
I'm 23.
Oh God. Oh no.
I was born in the tail end of the 90s, my friend. You think I get references like the Angry Beavers?
If those characters better be in that new Nick Fighter, though.
Oh, yeah, hey, we'll see. Oh, we'll see if that. Yeah, we'll see if SX recovers from the Shadow Realm after that one, man. Good God.
SX was really trying to DI in, and it looked like he almost got the wall cling, but just barely off. All right, trying to go ahead and set up an edge trap situation. SX does really good underneath these platforms. He's just phenomenal at forcing resets time and time again until he gets the killing blow that he desperately needs.
And just shimmying around. I'm like, yeah, what's up, boy?
Turn to shimmy, yeah.
Yeah, what's up, boy?
You want to drop shield? You want to drop through the platform? No, you ain't going nowhere.
Gets a good grab off of that too, and tries to go for something crazy. Tries to go for a follow up. They're not finding it, unfortunately. Now it's his turn and disadvantage after that. I like that attempt at like causing some pressure and then immediately backing up, getting ledge, kind of forcing Courage to like either try to bite back or play it safe, and basically giving him some leeway there. Really smart stuff. And just the coverage from Courage, not quite finding it. Screw attack actually going to kill? Yeah, off the right side, man.
That feels like it is a bit of a DI mix-up right there.
It
Courage
can be.
Felt like he was holding left and then immediately just absolutely blasted when he falls off of the wrong end.
It's the Rob Up Air version we don't complain about.
True.
The pressure coming in from SX just like right up on his shield, and you're at a deficit, so like you need to do something here. Shooting that Can away with the charge shot. Now we're going to the missile spam.
It's like, yeah, remember when I used this to rack up like 60% long range? Well, I'm going to do it again.
And I like that awareness too, actually.
Air dodge.
Air dodge? Yeah, that's so unfortunate. Yeah, SX confused about that. Like, he's just like, what?
Yeah,
You dropped that?
reeled back. He's like, oh,
Well,
okay.
hey, we'll take it, man. We worked hard.
take those.
I worked hard for that game. So it was like a 5-minute game, so full respect.
It definitely feels like the tempo increased towards the end as Courage started to be at a bit of a deficit. He needed to, he felt like he needed to go in. Whenever SAX wants to go ahead and toss up that missile barrage, it feels like that can beat out the projectiles that Courage can toss on his end.
Full respect to him. I mean, it makes sense. Just barely being able to come out on top in that situation. It's important because, like, if you're a zoner v zoner, you have to figure out like whose tools win and then dictate your play around that. Because if you just try to set up the wall, it might not always work. But if you mix it up, you start mixing in those aggressive options, you might be able to find stuff.
So we're rolling it right back, and geez, the can.
Invulnerability on his grab means that Courage only hit himself with that. Very unfortunate, but also hilarious.
Trying to go ahead and get the roll on, but not working out. The point-blank range charge shots haven't really been playing too big of a factor in here. It feels like SAX never really has a fully charged shot that does a ton in this matchup. It's more like the nickel and dime situation where you get one tiny little hit, reset it, rack up the damage, and then go back to neutral.
And it's just kind of the same song and dance we saw before. It's okay, gets the percentage, run away and charge. SAX at that deficit again. But this time he's still kind of keeping a cool, collected head as Courage like finds the lead, loses some percentage here and there, but just still kind of keeping a decent control on things. And SAX managed to kind of clench it last time, and I want to see if Courage can actually like keep a more solid foundation this time. It's starting to get a little bit shaky because like these are just like trading back and forth.
It feels like SAX just has the ability to be a little bit more consistent and neutral. Things like that Zair and as well as the long disjointed grab. Duck Hunt really doesn't have the best tools to punish at that max range of the grab. And SAX is a couple times. He's like, he can toss it out, he'll either get a grab, or if he whips, really Courage hasn't been able to punish consistently.
Raw charge shot doing some decent chunk of damage, and Can setting SAX up on top, failing to really get that edge guard in. I like how he's using certain levels of charge shots to kind of snuff out those smaller projectiles, but still, like, Courage is like slowly inching toward, encroaching on his territory.
It's also really neutralizing Can. Like, Duck Hunt doesn't want the can being sent back to him, but if SAX just taps it once, now it's going towards Courage, so Courage can't really use that tool to claim a little bit more space.
What you can do, SAX? Okay. Not finding it. Up, screw attack though? Yeah, not taking it either.
Up throw should do it here. Charge shot very nearly.
Yeah, I like that. Kind of shooting the charge shot over the can, avoiding it. And now he's in that grab percentage. He can get the grab. He can get the kill with up throw.
The delay on the clay pigeon, though, great.
The awareness is sick. Yeah, up throw, you're gone. Makes sense. Get a little bit extra pummels there just for the confirmation.
I really feel like that buff was a real game changer for Samus. Like, just having a consistent kill throw, that fits in so well with this character's playstyle. I mean, look at Duck Hunt right now, killing at 178 off of up air. Meanwhile, Samus, all you have to do is just toss out that grab around 150, and then we are good in this matchup.
Especially with Rage, can kill a bit earlier as well, so the extra potent option is insane. And another situation where we're almost 3 minutes in and only 2 stocks, I can really appreciate, like, this isn't, like, they're not camping, per se. They're, like, just setting up their set play. They're kind of making a fun little walls for one another to kind of break down.
To be honest, they're playing neutral. It's just that the characters' ranges are so massive that they don't need to do so right next to you. They don't have to toss out aggressive hitboxes. They can play neutral at center stage or at half stage, and that's just how these characters function.
So credit where credit's due. Doing pretty well for themselves. SX breaking that zone of Courage.
Tried for it. I respect it. I respect it.
That's a regrab. And yeah, the nice get-up attack actually from Courage, kind of baiting out SX to press a button and getting snuffed for it. And now, we're back to those a little bit more distance. SX is more willing to poke because he has the tools available, like you said.
Though it does feel like Courage's short stature kind of makes that Zair a lot harder to connect.
Up air with the PS2. Wowza.
You know, every character's got one of those. Like, I know exactly what tool I can use to just jank people out. I'm willing to bet money they don't know I can do this.
Catching that jump, up air. Close percentages. SAX is, charge shots, Zairs for the most part. Once in a while, he'll come in with a grab, come in with a mix-up and get something for it. Like, hey, look at that. Like, he mixed up his approach, got something for it. Courage's recovery is so smart there. Like, that was so nice.
Gets the back throw into the can, trying to set something up. That forward tilt, if that had connected, SAX was toast with no double jump right there. Gets one up air. Are we going to be able to get a second? The back air misses, and SAX responds with one of his own.
SAX's drift is just on point always. He knows that with down B and the general movement of Samus, he can kind of glide away, and then he can follow up with a punish if you overextend.
Really utilizing the floaty nature of this character to its maximum.
Exactly. I like that air dodge, but rapid jab's going to send you back off stage. Ooh, getting the Zair. You kept the jump, though, I believe. The can, though, into the stage?
What was that?
Huh? I did not. I thought he was just going to go out to the blast zone and die.
Zigzagged into the stock loss, and right now at 92%, considering the percentage that Courage has been dying at, this is a very big lead with only 2 minutes left, too. SAX has to make something happen in this ledge trapping situation. The barrage of bombs coming out, but goes to the down air a little bit preemptively, misses.
Yeah, kind of shooting for someone that wasn't really there, because Courage kind of went closer into the stage to really avoid all that stuff. Now, just SX losing that percentage lead, going awfully low. Realizes he has to get something soon, but just stuck at ledge versus Duck Hunt. It's a tough situation to be in, man.
And he was never in this situation before because he didn't feel pressed. Like, look at the change in tempo. The second that Courage had a lead, SAX appeared to crumble. He didn't back off. He didn't fire off those missiles. He didn't try to rack up damage because he knew that the time was not on his side.
Petition, as kind of a side note, petition to call every time Duck Hunt grabs and uses the beans. I want to call it a handoff.
Can what?
Handoff. A can handoff.
Oh. Maybe.
Not as magical as handoff, but like a good handoff, you know?
Okay, come on.
I mean, they're having a standoff. Might as well use the handoff.
I hate everything about you right now. You just double down again and again.
I'm a gambling man, it seems, in the term of...
In the world of wordplay. 5-6 times in a row?
Yeah, you know? Why not? Hey, it's going to hit it eventually. Might as well. Hey, look, there's a quick handoff into the up air conversion from Courage. It's the new Jair, I'm telling you.
I hate you. All right. SAX, again, in one of those percent deficits, but that doesn't ever seem to be the issue. It's when he's down by that stock, when he's down by a much larger margin that Courage appears to take control of this match.
I like that. Just get up neutral and then just like dip, because like you're stuck between a dog and a can.
Anytime that Courage is holding shield like that, he's definitely trying for the grab and the back throw.
Exactly. Some Ed and Eddie shenanigans with that. Not quite, yeah.
Not quite going to work
Bean's going a
out
little bit too far away.
Yeah, too high damage there. Courage actually gets the conversion, clay pitch into the back air. That's one of them old pre-patch things. We used to see that a lot more often. I think the floaty like weight and fall speed that Samus has makes that a little bit easier to connect, though.
I don't really respect the conversions on that. I didn't even know it could, you know? Courage is definitely practicing for the Olympics right now.
Also, chat approves of Candoff, and I am on strike.
Yes, let's go. Thank you, everyone.
I am on strike. None of this.
You love to see it happen. Love a good Candoff. Do we get to see a Candoff? No, not quite. Bean's a little bit trickier for Courage right there. Not quite working out.
Trying to get the down air on platform to get a reset. SAX is kind of finding himself in the exact same spot that he was in.
It's just menacingly.
Eventually, your shield's going to dwindle.
You should have just waited at the shield. I personally just would see what happens, you know?
Just look at the pressure that can is putting.
And the Zair can't reach the can. You saw SX try to like poke it away, but it's not. It's a low profile. It's like a can of beans on the stage. Ooh.
Look at the damage that Courage is racking on. SAX, he just hasn't found the answer when he has to play aggressive. He's had a game and a half to figure out what his tools are in this situation, but Courage keeps adding new layers to his mix-up game.
I like that. See a good, nice tech recovery
from him. It's like the grenade recovery just about, yeah.
Pretty much. You got to be fancy with it, you know? Back throw, only just causing a little bit of damage, and that disadvantage stayed in the corner. The shit. Man, the gunman just took it all.
Ain't it nice when you got a homie that'll take a bullet for you?
It's true. It's a Bruno Mars type beat. Not quite catching grenades like it's Snake, but you know, taking a gunshot is means a lot. Oh wow! Oh, I feel like that like stage spiked him and then also kind of saved him. Okay, Courage is like looking for it. SAX is looking for it too, man.
Yeah, trying to get that down here.
Oh, it's just
he had that read
SAX,
too.
Yeah, you could see like he's just like really just kind of flubbed the execution there, and it's not what you want to see. And I mean, you're down 3 stocks to 1. It's understandable why.
Gonna get the grab? No. Baiting it out is Courage. Tries to toss him high. Beans can't quite reach though.
Jumping to get around it makes sense. Now you're just like running away for dear life.
Exactly. He lands for 1 split second. Now we're back on an edge trap. This is what it's going to be
Ooh.
if he's going to make this comeback. Every single situation is going to end in an edge trap. I feel like...
Oh, resetting the mental. Like, I don't want to get 3
Alright.
stocked. It's okay if it's the JV3. You just need to reset it.
I wouldn't have allowed that JV3. It's like, I need 1% and then I'll...
You're a little bit extra. More than
Exactly.
SAS.
No JV.
No JV. I mean, got the JV, no 3 stock. And you know what? Not what you want to see in top 8, but I get SAX just wants to like just reset the mental. Just like, let's run the next game. This is not working out for me. We're running the next game.
Considering like how much of a struggle it is for each one of these stocks Courage is going to give up, I can understand certainly.
So, game 4 now. Courage 1 game away from going to winners or losers finals rather with Dex. And just, I want to see what SAX can do to really change this game up.
Looks like a healthy barrage of missiles is back on the menu here, but Courage is kind of just moving forward and putting up a ton of pressure just with that can.
So much pressure, rather.
Down air? Oh, I like the idea SAX, but I think the full hop wasn't the answer. Short hop might have connected there.
Broke out of the grab, actually. You get the wall jump. Can you actually get back? Some damage. Yeah, see, Courage was going to get back, so might as well go for the damage. Ooh, actually, this is where it might get dubious. Okay, yeah.
Neutral air breaks out of that. Perfect option right there by Courage.
Ooh, but yeah, he has the double jump there after getting a stage spike. This is a... Oh, no, and the air dodge off? Okay, you're living. What is this? What is this ledge for the past 20 seconds?
Exactly. Just starting this game off after a bunch of slow tempo games, both players going to the right side of the stage and scrapping immediately. But SAX, he's had enough of that. He wants to back off just a little bit.
Ooh, just shoots the charge into the can. A quick little handoff there in terms of projectiles.
Courage is having a lot of trouble with his out of shield options too. SAX has been able to tap this character shield relatively easily if can isn't on the menu.
I like that air dodge into the land like behind Courage. It was pretty smart. A good little mix up there. And now just got to be careful when you're just right on top of him because both you guys are kill percentage.
Are they though? I feel like at this point, yeah, a raw smash attack will do it, but neither of these players are really going to be...
You need a like a little quick conversion from that. Yeah, see, you need a canned off, and boy, a little bit of DI mix-up shouldn't take it.
Yeah, that would definitely the DI mix-up. That should not have killed raw. But now we're at that spot where basically add an additional 30 or so % here onto Courage's stock because that up throw consistency that SAX was relying on isn't going to work out for a little bit longer.
Yeah, attack the rage. Okay, hey, back air neutral, we take it. Not the I mean, hey, if you just manage to like find a button in the midst of it, more power to you. That's how I get all my stocks.
Big red button go good with Cloud, eh?
Yeah, me like you.
And yeah, look at this missile barrage. Again, this just seems to be the... When SAX is able to get an advantage here is whenever Courage gets too complacent at full stage. That was perfectly logged.
That was pretty snazzy, gotta say.
Yeah, Courage's setups are like otherworldly.
They're eldritch in power.
Yeah, just go up to the can now that you know it's not going to get...
It can't even move.
It can't even move. That's odd.
Disgusting. I don't know what's in those beans, but I should probably eat them.
Fortified with minerals, like iron.
Like thermite, or whatever it's using to blow up.
That is a good question. Why do the beans explode? Is there lore for this?
I couldn't tell you. Duck Hunt lore is not something I'm too familiar with. I'm not sure if there was a canon story or not, but hopefully Courage could probably answer for us. Oof. Fair in a can.
Sending SAX high, 174%. Just about anything will do it. Can is a threat here. Has to air dodge to that fully charged charge.
Oh, no.
Can is...
Oh, whoa!
No way! Courage, he didn't air dodge up or anything. He couldn't reach that edge. He may have been holding down at the apex.
All right, SX is a little bit of life breathed into right now. Look at that percentage. Just like, hey, 0 to 57 in the blink of an eye because you just SD'd.
And not stopping here. Courage had firm control over this game. It looked to be running away with that stock, but all of a sudden now...
Oh, wow.
He is on the receiving end of a renewed SAX who has a ton of confidence right now.
Screw attack, a little bit over eager there. Gets some percentage. Yeah, that's actually a decent conversion for Courage. 45% is nothing to snuff. But you need a little bit more, though. You do need a lot more on deck if you want to get this kill.
And SAX just feels no need to go forward. Like, this is...
Settle
Settle in right now. He's
a slight need to go forward, but that's okay, because he's still doing pretty well for himself. the shimmy in from Courage.
Yeah, he's just trying to open up SAX with movement and movement alone, and SAX not really obliging that well.
And now we're starting to get at that percentage where Courage hits like one more time. Like he can get up the road.
And SAX is not looking to get that one opening at close range. He is content.
Whoa, what a screw attack.
That's actually a really good option.
Yeah, see, now you got to avoid the grab. Can you avoid the grab? We'll see. Oh, point blank charge shot. My goodness. And SAX taken to game 5. That runoff in game 3 must have helped his mental somehow. He let himself reset it and bring his A game for that game 4.
It feels like both times that SAX has gotten a win, Courage had an untimely SD. It may not have been at 0, but it was at low enough percents to make a big difference. And SAX just powered up both times. Take a moment to compose himself, to close his eyes, center yourself.
And no character change, of course. These two were loyalists till the end. But it's a game 5 situation. Are we going to get a counter pick here? No, we're ride or die in PS2. That's what you really expect to see as you get to the end of bracket here at Xanadu. It's just a lot of PS2. And of course, we continue it on in this set, and just the slow but sure process of two zoners scrapping it out. As right now, I only did 8%. That was a little bit low, but yeah, these two slow but surely just gonna rack up those percentages. All these games have been at least like 4 to 5 minutes long too, so it makes sense. They like to take their time with it, and credit to them. You got to be kind of a slow and steady sort of person to come out on top versus either Duck Hunt or Samus.
That's the thing. These characters require consistency on a level that not a lot of the top tiers do. A lot of the top tiers is like, well, I've got good enough buttons where if one of my buttons misses, I hit another.
Exactly.
These characters, it's like, listen, if I screw up once, I'm going to take so much damage, and then I have to come back from behind, and my character just does not do that. Like, playing against a top tier with either of these two characters is just miserable. If you're down by like 50 or 60%, they're going top platform and daring you to chase them.
SAX at that deficit, but he's still being very careful about picking his battles, and I really like that. He is very careful about how he should pick his battles versus this Duck Hunt.
Feels like his tempo doesn't change too much. Whenever he like has a big lead, he'll toss on the gas just a little bit, but like at this spot when it's in neutral and you're only down by like 67 or so, SAX doesn't really get rattled that easily.
Look at that shield pressure too. Now you're stuck at ledge a bit, and yeah, jumping there really covers the options, especially with that can at ledge. Up air not doing it. That can almost chasing him down, but it's the up air that does it.
The coverage by Courage was phenomenal right there. He just made sure to toss out just enough hitboxes to exhaust SAX's resources.
Now he's setting up shop in that corner. Hey, enjoy everything that comes play with being Duck Hunt, because boy, you're in for it. Ooh,
good parry.
Not
Using
gonna help you,
the
though.
audio cue from the sheriff.
Duck Hunt still has some life left in him.
At 126, yeah, we're not quite in up throw kill percent, so Courage does not have to worry about not playing in shield right now. He can just use that option to dodge SAX's aerials, but SAX isn't really trying to toss him out. He's just like flashing shields. He knew Courage was coming in trying to get that parry, but not quite correct in his timing.
And you can see, again, very long periods of just, I'm not going to approach, and then I'm going to mix up the way I come at you, and I might be able to get something out of it. So SAX is just like, okay, how do I do this? Okay, wow, that's a button and a half.
Yeah, a little impatience right there, perhaps. But the dash attack actually going to seal that off. We haven't seen SAX use that too much so far. And look at the damage you get from the point-blank range.
Interesting, trying to find an up smash there, maybe off of a jump, or maybe trying to catch him still being in the air, but not quite finding it, getting a can to the mouth.
I think that works if he has no rage.
Ah, makes sense. But still, that's pretty surprisingly close percentage after SAX kind of lost his stock a little bit earlier, had to really play calm and precise to really find something.
Doing a really good job so far. Even using his jabs as almost like safe shield pressure here, his Courage just doesn't appear to have the buttons to challenge that at range.
And just, hey, playing around that can immaculately. Having the lead now is so big, too.
Oh, yeah.
You lost that stock first off.
I don't think that we're going to have to really worry about, like,
I like that. The movement is so tricky.
Gets the spike. Can he follow it up with an up air? No. Great use of the can right there by Courage, covering his landing, but that air dodge a bit ill-advised. Can't even connect with the neutral though. This floaty Samus is just using the aerial momentum to shift ever so slightly away from Courage's hitbox.
It's so deceptive. It's like I said earlier, it's very deceptive. Like, if you think you can punish it, no, you can't. The floatiness from Samus is too much. And then next thing you know, you miss it, you whiff it, and then they get something off of it.
Head of attack not going to connect, but neither is the back.
Oh, yeah.
Did that poke or did Courage drop shield?
That shield was too small to handle a full charge shot, so it makes sense that Courage could not deal with it. And now Courage on the back foot. Last stock, game 5. SAX has the lead right now. Under 3 minutes on the clock. You can either take your time with this or you can rush. Okay. A little bit over eager there on the up B.
That's that rush right there.
A little bit Russian.
Can at point blank range, but at this point, I think you'll gladly take a couple cans for the damage that they do, because that move is just going to get more and more stale as this game grows on here.
Oh, that was very close. Nice air dodge. Oh, the can off the top, just the raw can. SX upset at that one, reeling back a bit, taking a second to compose himself because he knows that was kind of a careless mistake. That was a little flub, and got to be careful now because, technically speaking, Courage has the lead again.
Like I said, at times like this, these characters require consistency and precision in their playstyle. You cannot wear down. The mental gameplay is often just as important as the physical.
And that's the thing, is the shield pressure is too much for SX right now. He's a little bit more cautious. He's not quite doing the same things as he was earlier, and Courage is just kind of taking advantage of it. I don't want to say careless, but the normal power that SX brings to the table is starting to slip a bit. The mask is cracking, so to speak.
Agreed. It's just the mental wear. This has been a brutal
This is long.
set.
This is a long set.
Only 1 minute and 30 seconds left, too. So this is something where Courage does not necessarily need to get this stock to seal the game. He could just play incredibly defensively and keep this lead up. Gets the break. That's an errant air dodge by SAX. He's forced himself to the corner, gets a tether back. We're going to get the back throw into the can. Not going to work out, though.
That's spooky.
Yeah, you can't be doing that at this time. This is do or die percent for SAX, down a full 100. I think he needs to get the kill, let it rain.
And a minute left on the clock. This is where things start to get kind of scary. Courage can and will time you out if he wants to. You've got to keep that clock in mind. What are we going to see here? Not quite finding the precision.
Can is down. We're going to get the jump. Yep. Courage can't cover with the up air. Courage backs off. He doesn't need to stress here. 72%. I think SAX has to go for this.
He has to find something, man.
I don't know that the edge trap was the solution. I would have gone off with some kind of aerial there. You have to reset this.
Hail
You can't
Mary.
give this man back stage control.
I'm not sure he can win on percentage, but if he finds a miracle kill like right here, he can find something, man.
He gets the shot, but SAX goes high. Courage gets the tech.
This is where it gets so spooky, Scabs. 20 seconds left, like 14%.
The percentage is almost even,
it's
too.
9% deficit between these two. Like, SX got like could have followed with a grab. Oh, is that Jab's gonna kill? Jab's gonna kill Game 5. Last hit, last stock.
With under 10 seconds left, SAX and Courage. It comes down to a left hook from Samus to keep SAX's tournament run alive.
I've never seen that move kill before in the past, what, almost 3 years? SAX finding the option in such a... There was like 10 seconds left on the clock or something. It was down to the wire.
10 seconds left on the clock, 9-second percent differential. All right. SAX,
credit where
props
credit's
to him,
due.
exactly.
That was a wild ride.
I do have to say, though, I'm kind of mad at SAX because we talked about how commentators are washed and we're allowed to be washed. He's making us look bad.
Well, to be fair, okay, he's player first, commentator second.
Okay,
you know?
yeah.
I think we've reached the threshold where we're more commentator than player.
True.